What's up, guys? This is Brad from Keepers of the River, slanging it on the vise. Tonight we're going to tie the Boise Midge. This is an original Keepers of the River pattern. This thing works great subsurfacely. You can even add a little bit of CDC puff to it, make it ride in the surface film. Great winter fly, great whenever midges are present. We're just going to tie the non-CDC version for you tonight. So what we got in the hook, we got a Dairiki number 125 in a size 20. This is one of my favorite emerger hooks. As I've stated in a previous video before, if you guys don't like Dairiki, I don't have a problem with them. You guys can always use a Tiemco or a Dairiki in a similar style. This is an emerger hook. It is a 2x short, size 20. So we'll get to it. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to put on a tiny red glass bead. I wish that I could tell you where to get a tiny red glass bead this small. I'm sure that any of the fly tying companies have something this small. I get these custom made by a bead shop here in town that's used for like jewelry beads, but it is just a tiny red glass bead. Just find one that fits the hook correctly. In the future, if we find a fly tying company that makes these this small, we'll update the video in the materials list. So first thing you want to do is put your red glass bead on there. I've already got one prepared and ready to go. Get that situated in your vise. And then what we're going to be using as far as the thread goes is a UTC 70 denier in white. The white is crucial to tying this pattern because it's going to allow our super hair or supreme hair to show its true color through. If you use a darker thread on this, it won't work. So start your thread behind the bead and work your way, actually I went a little too far there, work your way down just a little bit and clip your tag end off here. And then what we're going to be using is this is Wapsi Supreme hair. Same thing as super hair, so whatever is more available to you. We're going to be using white Supreme hair and red Supreme hair. You're going to be using 2 strands of red and 1 strand of white. So what we're going to do here, grab my Supreme hair off of this, get it prepared. Because at this moment I'm fairly unprepared. And I really like this fly a lot. Like I said before, it's called the Boise Midge because it just works really well on the Boise River in town. And I've had a lot of good luck with it at the Owyhee River in eastern Oregon. And the South Fork of the Boise, I've had some really good luck with it too. So we have our 3 strands here, 2 red, 1 white. And what we're going to do is we're going to tie them in, do a little pinch wrap. This Supreme hair is kind of slippery stuff, so you just got to do your best. And you're going to tie it in on the side closest to you on the hook, the near side. And you're tied in all the way down the bend till pretty much you reach, where your vise jaws are at. And then you can go ahead and pull this up and cut these tag ends off here close. Okay. So then what you're going to do is, what I like to do is take your bobbin and give it a counterclockwise spin. What this is going to do is it's going to flatten that UTC 70 denier out, and it's going to give you a nice even thread base to wrap this super hair up. So wrap it down and then just wrap all the way kind of back up to your bead, and then we're going to grab all these strands together and we're going to wrap them. What you're going to do is you're going to make your first wrap kind of high and then take your fingernail and just kind of move it back to the back of the hook. That's the easiest way to get the first strands started. Make your second wrap, do the same kind of thing, push all these thread wraps up, and by wrapping all 3 of these individual pieces of super hair up, it's going to give you this really awesome segmentation, and it gives it this translucent look too. That natural bugs are going to have. I really like super hair, supreme hair. I use it on dry flies, nymphs, streamers, lots of stuff. And while you're wrapping this up, if anything gets kind of out of whack, you can just use your fingernail to kind of push it back. And this is almost going to kind of create kind of a little like candy cane effect almost. The translucency, like I was saying before, on this super hair is really awesome. So go ahead and wrap it up almost right to the bead, and then what you can do is capture it. The light's a little close here. Do a couple wraps above, a couple wraps in front. Just cut it off close. Then, to finish this fly off, super easy fly, we're going to be using Hairline Dubbing Ice Dub UV Shrimp Pink. You can use just, a pink dub or an orange dub. You can experiment with colors. I really like the shrimp pink color for this pattern. You don't have to have much of it, just a smidge of ice dub on there. You're going to finish that by just making a little ball of it. Just got a little too much of it on there. A little ball of it right behind the bead. And then after you do that, get your whip finisher and do a 3-turn whip finish. Durability hasn't been too much of an issue with this pattern, but you can add a little bit of super glue with your thread wraps or some Loon UV resin there. Then, just kind of stroke those fibers back, use the serrated edge of your scissors, kind of cut some of those erroneous fibers away. And there you have it. If you want to, you can coat this body in Loon UV Flow or Thin, and that kind of creates a cool effect too, gives it a little bit more durability. But that's it. Simple pattern, works great for winter trout or where trout are available. Once again, check us out at keepersoftheriver.com. Thanks for watching.